I am back now from my vacation to wherever I was. Alright, let's manage these volume knobs properly. That looks about good. This is the Corn Kids 64 soundtrack, a very interesting sort of like inexplicable 3D platformer. It's a little, short little thing. It's a few levels long, but they're like very like, well, there's the introduction level, then there's like this really fleshed out like Banjo-Kazooie style level where it's like a bunch of mini levels, and there's like it's like a very in-depth, like involved level, and then there's a final gauntlet. So it feels like sort of a snippet of a much larger game, basically, but it's a standalone thing. So it's like, it's very cool though. It has a very like defined aesthetic, this sort of grungy. I'll just bring it up because like this is the cover. It's very clearly inspired by like Nintendo 64, but also it's this very 90s cartoon and sort of like much grungier, I keep using that word, of just like high contrast textures and a lot of black, which isn't like it. Not really that common in Nintendo 64. It's a very interesting looking game. And has very beautiful animations too. Very excellent looking. But anyway. I am back from my vacation. And what I'm going to be doing today is probably just some modeling. Because I actually have some ideas for... Well, one is I need to actually make some vehicles. Like, it's surprising they're actually story, like, relevant. Let's see, have I done anything interesting? Oh yeah, I made a little... I'll show off the tool that I'm... Oh wait. I'm on the wrong screen. Okay. You didn't miss anything. Yeah, I made these little, they are not very good looking, but these are supposed to be footsteps, so eventually I'll have to change that. But it was mostly to test... I made a little decal painter, so if I go to, Pyro. All these little dots are here from these decals for the path. And if I save and reload, I've made a little tool to paint decals onto things. So I can click and then they're there, and then I can right click and they disappear. Not very reliably for some reason. It's even though it just checks if they're inside the sphere. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Oh well. Maybe I'm just doing something wrong with the order of them. Probably an off by one error. But yeah, eventually I'll get better footsteps. But that was basically just because eventually what I want, I'm rewriting the quest for Byro's farm. And eventually I want to have the player following footsteps, or like some signs of the little crawlers were crawling around to figure out where they came from. But that's not what we're doing today. What we're doing today is beautiful, wonderful trucks. Let's see. So I'm going to have to get out my... I only sketched these on paper. So let me plug in my tablet and I'll do some, like, finished drawings, I guess. Because I need a forklift and a crane type thing. Very important end game things. The forklift. Who can forget the forklift? But I'm trying to also think about the aesthetic that I want, because, you know, I've mentioned it before, but I want this sort of deliberately anachronistic technology for the game. Oh yeah, also I finally played the final version of Pseudo Regalia, which is pretty nice, though I wish that there was more, because it's a Metroidvania where you unlock more like 3D platforming moves, but I wish there were more combat moves, because you only have like a 3-hit combo, and it's kind of stiff feeling. And, like, you unlock, like, a charged projectile, but you only use it, like, twice. Even, like, the ground pound, like, it does damage, but it does like 1/5 the damage of like just a normal attack. So it's like, why would I do that over the 3-hit combo? You know what I mean? Let's do like wait, where am I? Okay. Eventually, one of these days, I'll manage to navigate this thing by keyboard. Okay. Yeah, I quite liked Corn Kids. It's very intriguing to me. Because Pseudo Regalia, I kind of get. Because it was a game jam. It was a nice little game. And then it was evolved into a more finished commercial project. But for Corn Kids, I actually researched the developer, and I have no idea how long they spent on it. I have no idea what they did with it. They have a website where they have comics, but I don't know. Like, there's, as far as I can tell, like, 0 social media presence. Oh, wait. Well, I guess there could be. But it's not on their website, at least. Okay, let's see. I need my reference here. Because I'm just drawing, like, mindlessly. Okay, so let's get the fundamentals in place. A forklift has the forks that lift. Then the lift that lifts the fork. And that probably goes up to, like, there, you know. So a good distance. And then there's, like, a little thing for a human being to inhabit this, you know, this cursed machine. And then we'll, like, say that, like, it's like this. There's probably little wheels here. And then there's an engine and, like, counterweight. Essentially. Which, so it not only gives the like, the little man in here, like, the ability to, like, see what they're doing. But it also, you know, puts the weight back here so you can have more heavy stuff. And I'd probably have, like, this, just for the sake of grace, or, like, nice looking lines. Maybe something like that, where, like, there's some sort of attachment point here, but maybe not. Well, yeah, I'll have to think about how I want this to attach. But yeah, so I want this to also be reminiscent of, like, 40s and 50s and, like, even, like, Model T designs, so, like, 20s and 30s. Or I guess just the very early, like, model Fords. So here's our little guy in here. Yeah, I guess in short, I recommend Pseudo Regalia and Corn Kids. Because I think Pseudo Regalia is more complete but less ambitious. Where Corn Kids, it feels like a pilot episode for something much larger. But okay, so now we go to the interesting part. So, like, let's see. So I'm trying to think of, like, what do I want for, like, the wheel wells? Because typically on these older cars, the wheels are outside of the car. Or, like, the machine. And I think I want that to be, like, a common theme for here as well. But I don't know if, like, because it's a forklift, so it'd be utilitarian, and not really, like, they wouldn't need it to be aerodynamic like this, for example. So it'd probably be more like, I'm demonstrating my, like, tableting skills. I found, even though I've been using this tablet for years, I just draw way better with pen and pen, or, yeah, pen on paper. Oh yeah, I don't have my chat window up. I mean, I guess what I can do as a start is just make this part, or just make the general silhouette. Let's see, what would I want for the engine? I think probably... I'm thinking almost like... This would be like straight up a Model T, like almost front end on the back of it. Well, I'm not much of a draftsman, so I'll just call that a start, and we'll start modeling. Let's see, where do I put this dang thing? Because I think I'll just make sure to do something interesting with the wheel wells. Plus, I can always just, you know, model it again. But okay, put this here. Let's do, that. Let's see, I'm trying to think. Of where to put this stuff. So, where's vehicles? Yeah, in the meantime, I'm making a, saving this reference image over here. There we go. Vehicles. Little guy. I do it like... Yeah. So this will be, Oh man, I'm gonna have to make collisions for this thing. Ah well, I'll just do, I'll just make it a static body for now. Alright, so how tall do we want this thing? So this is 2 meters. And Jackie is like 1.5 meters, so she is up to like here. So I think we want this to be a little bit smaller. Like that. Let's start the... Oh wait, I want this to be, And let's just make the basic outline for now. And I'll just even make these, like, not even the same piece. Well... maybe something like that. And now that I'm thinking about it, I could just split this into multiple entities and have them each be kinematic bodies. Hmm. I'll probably just do the frame as a separate little bit here. Let's disable that for now. And I'm hoping the developer of Corn Kids, Bogosoft, either makes a continuation or just makes more 3D games, because they've made, from their site, they've released 2 2D games that I might as well play them, because they seem, I mean, if they made, like, I mean, they're probably fun. But I'm just very interested to see them do more with 3D, because it also made me think, like, oh, I should up my character animation, because, you know, there are, like, exactly the same movements that my character does, but just animated really, really well. Like, the wall jumping in the game looks beautiful. And that's like a weird thing to just say, like, looks really good. Just like something as, like, you know, functional as sliding on a wall and jumping off of it. Let's see, so what else do I want for this? I think I'll probably want... maybe to go in like this? I don't think that's really reminiscent of the vibe that I'm going for. So let's do, do like a 1921 Dodge. Was Dodge even around in 1921? They were, okay. Maybe? Yeah. They're making little roadster cars. What's the first Dodge truck? What is this? I think these are like 51s. What is this one called? Because this is actually the truck. This is, I'm pretty sure, the same model of truck that my dad has, actually. No, it's, I mean, it's certainly, this is not a 1917. I'm almost certain. Hang on. I'm pretty sure that's like a 45 or something. Yeah, this is, because this is what 1917 cars look like. There's no way that is a 1917 Dodge Ram. They don't have Dodge Rams. Because it's the Dodge Brothers truck. Yeah, what was that guy smoking? Anyway. Let's see what a 1945 Dodge looks like. Yeah. It's like this, but old looking and rusty. Actually, this could be kind of a nice thing to model it off of. I won't worry about it too much. I will say, I do kind of like having it rounded, though. So let's do, like, well, You can't really have a rounded front on a forklift, can you? Because, like, that'd be like, I mean, I guess you could do, like... Well, I don't know, I guess that kind of works. Yeah, this is kind of looking like something. Okay. Now for the important part, which is, I'll make the forks a separate thing. So these will be like... The actual forklift doesn't have to move, but the forks actually do. How are forklifts, like, fork structured? Actually, I think I know how. They typically have a little bit more of a bevel, like, right at the very end, because they're trying to get under pallets, typically. You know, because they're not going to be tapered, like, down here, because there's no, like, use for that. That just makes it weaker, basically. And how should these... Well... I'll keep these as two separate objects. I was going to say maybe I should make them one mesh, but then if they're kinematic, my automatic thing would generate, like, it wouldn't look good, basically. Or you'd be able to stand in between them. Would it be like here? Well, it'd certainly be like not completely obscuring the user's vision. Actually, how does a forklift attach to the forks or the lift? How do fork attach to lift? And how does lift attach to forklift? Because yeah, they seem to just like freestand. Which I guess... Oh, but they don't freestand from each other. That makes sense, because, yeah, why would they do that? Oh, and I'm also seeing here, the fork is it's a solid piece that's bent up, typically, which makes also a lot of sense, because why would you wouldn't attach, like, it for, like, one bolt here. That'd be insane. You'd attach it, like, the bolts here. Actually, this song is really interesting. Just that sort of like... That like slightly out of tune key is very interesting. Let's see. How do I want to do the fork so that these are still like two separate things? I guess I could do like... Well, I'll keep it as it is, because eventually what I would want to do for more maximum accuracy is make it so that these have, like, more stuff attached to them, but for now I don't want to. just because it would be annoying to do. So yeah, for now I'm just going to do a very basic let's see, do we have any extra faces in here? I don't think so. It's looking good. Let's do, like, smooth but auto-smoothed. Well, yeah, I think that's about right. Oh, I just realized why these songs are so long. It's because the game makes heavy use of dynamic music, so it's probably playing a lot of the variants too. But okay, let's do very fancy, high-quality seat here. Look at this beautiful seat. It's a gamer chair for the gods. And it very helpfully doesn't automatically set when... whatever. It's fine. Okay, let's make the wheel wells now. So these also, I'm pretty sure, yeah, they don't have to move for the story to work. So let's do, I guess, first the tires. Yeah, that's detailed enough. I've also been realizing I've sort of been probably unnecessarily strict with my polygon budgets. I should probably do the wheels. Well, I'll make them now, and then I'll use them as reference. Because I should probably UV map them before I do the actual modeling. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. And I don't really need that anymore. Do we want... Yeah, let's do wheels that are outside, like, outside of the body, and we'll do the external, like, wheel well. Let's say right there. That looks good. Look at this little guy. Don't you want him lifting your, various groceries and things across some warehouse somewhere? What do I want to do with this? Alright, so that looked weird, but... Oh. Um... This isn't quite what I wanted. What if I did here, and then we did spin? Okay, I need to think of what I actually want with this. Because I think it's probably going to be similar to that Dodge and various other vehicles, where it's like actually a little bit longer, even though it's clearly, like, it doesn't need this clearly. Because, like, how fast is a forklift going to go where aerodynamics even matter? But oh well. It's the style at the time. I mean, how fast did a Dodge, like, did a 1917 Dodge truck go? I didn't really intend to make it this far in, but I kind of like it this way, actually. But it actually kind of like... Oop, that wasn't intentional. Where it kind of like even comes back a little? Would that make any sense? I feel like that would catch mud, though. Let's do... Hang on. So, the problem with this was that I did Alt-S. Or, should have done Alt-S instead of moving it upward. There we go. Okay. Alright, there's something wrong with my bevel here. Let's just do... What is happening here? Did I accidentally grab something weird? Oh no, I think it's the auto smooth, maybe. I haven't heard this song before, so I'm not going to spoil myself, because it seems like... Let's switch to my other soundtracks then. So we're going to start with the Rain World soundtrack, then into Fallout, then into Dreaming Sarah. A classic playlist, maybe. Maybe, if my hard drive deems it fit to load it. There we go. I can hear it a little bit. Okay, let's do like 40 degrees. Look at this little thing. Hmm. That's okay. It'll keep mud off you. And what would I want for this one? I think I'd probably do, let's grab, like, this little bit here. Let's see. Oh. Let's get this a little bit more, so it'll be like, how do I want this to be? So I don't want this to be like a... one of those nasty triangle circles, wannabe circles that they make. And while I'm here, I should probably also start considering seams. How do I... can I get this to be how I want it to be? I think that's about right. There we go. Hmm. We also probably need levers. Oh, wait, I should do those... maybe I should do those as a separate mesh. Yeah, you know what? It'll also make it simplified for, I'll just not have them have collisions either. So it'll be like, controls. Why is this... and why is everything automatically selecting to this collection? I hate Blender. I hate how it selects things. I have no idea how a forklift controls. There we go. Now let's do like there we go. Okay. So now we have a sort of symmetrical steering wheel. And it even goes into the dash. And it's probably centered, almost. Oh, it actually is centered. And then let's do, probably like something in here for like, the dash, maybe? Or like the pedals, I mean. And that'll probably be enough for now. Or maybe like a little cube here. This will be like, no, that's not what I want. Origin to center of mass. Huh. Okay, let's add some more things. Some very high quality pedals here. And we should probably have this be like a bench style seat, because this is like too fancy. You know, something more like that makes more sense for like a little forklift. This looks pretty nice, actually. I'm happy with how this turned out. I'm gonna add little bug-eyed things to it. Headlights, that's what I mean. Because I mean, what old style vehicle would be complete without little buggy, you know, these little guys? I just realized these are not going to be evenly distributed. Ah, well. Good enough. Maybe like, trying to think how to best attach these in a lazy way. There we go. Look at this little guy. Alright, I think the last thing to do will be to add some little lights here and also to make this part, like, more interesting. Oh, and also probably this bumper. Probably move this like that. How do these wheel wells, or these wheel, whatever they are, covers, how should they attach? Because I'm thinking probably like, if I want to be crude, I can just, you know, drag it over here. Can I eventually, like, right-click this thing to select it, please, Blender? Like, I get that there's, like, an invisible back face that I can't select that's in the way, but, like, can I just, like, do it anyway? There we go. Very high quality implementation of this. And this needs to be, like, not so ugly looking. In fact, let's say probably it even needs to be good looking. So that way it like looks good. Look at this little guy. I think the last piece will be, I should probably make this part. There we go. Oh wait, rear lights as well. And yeah, eventually I'd want to do something nice with this thing. And actually, now that I'm looking at this, let's also grab all of these. Just move this in. I'm also gonna make this lower as well, because it looks better with these angled down like this. And also maybe a similar thing on this side. And also, these. And this wheel well is a little bit, like, too close. I'm not even sure if that's the right term for these, because it's not, like, in the car. Or it doesn't go inside the, like, body of the car. Ah, well. That's what I'll call it anyway. And then, my fantastic solution. Ta-da! Okay, so this will be, vehicles, I guess. And before we go too crazy with this, let's, see its scale. Oh. GLB. Entities. No. Environment. Vehicles. And I have been thinking it'd be cool to have drivable vehicles, but probably not. Because that'd be a bunch more work, and then I'd have to make them, like, all dynamic bodies and stuff. Or, like, make dynamic versions of them, probably, and static versions. And let's remember these. But it would definitely be something in the future. And for now, let's just have, triplanar local. Oh, wait, this doesn't have the right colors. Because I'm going to make it have, just for reference sake. Actually, maybe it'll just make it purple by default. So that way it's clear that it's placeholder. Entities, environment. Which chunk is Mazlakir on? Because that's where these forklifts actually are. 85? 87 maybe? So it's this way. I was close, 75. Okay. So eventually I need to redo Mazlakir as well, because it's like, this is not what steel foundries look like. But for now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some forklifts out. And they'll be, like, doing stuff someday. You know, this is a nice looking forklift. I like the model so far. Now I just have to figure out how I want it to actually, like, be painted and stuff. Okay, so let's teleport and see it in person. Look at me. It's like I'm driving it. This is how video games were meant to be played. Okay, I'll say that's about the right scale. Now I need the... How do I want to texture this thing? Because it's going to be... I'll say probably the main body I'll do as a distinct texture, and then the rest of this will just be generic metal materials. Yeah, that seems good enough. So let's do... just this part first will be metal. Let's do like oop. Okay. These will all just be generic, bog standard metal materials. The rest of this will be like textured, so like the cushion seats and all that stuff. So let's also delete some, ooh, whoa. How the fuck did I do this to the camera? How did I do this to the camera? Okay. It's like every time... It's like every single time I use Blender, there's like a new shortcut that's like, please fuck up what I'm doing right now. Oh, also this part needs to be, Well, I guess... trying to figure out how much of this I want to be the metal material, and how much of it's going to be something different. I think this part. And do I need, I'm not really happy with how this thing looks. Alright, and also these things now. So I think all of these are just gonna have to be interesting textures. So I think it'll be, do we have any... Yeah, let's get rid of all these faces that we don't need. Hmm. So let's go to this side. So these petals will all have the same part of the texture. And then, oop. Mark scene. Okay. And actually, I think these should be distinct textures, or at least the outside of them will be. Because that just look good. Also, how do these always get so screwed up looking? What do I keep doing? Like, I keep, like, recklessly dragging them up and down. Actually, I kind of like having, this here as, like, a sharp. Well, not really, actually. I like what it has, though. Where it's sharp for a little bit, but then it's not. Okay, so now, this part will have a distinct texture. And then all this stuff down here will be metal, because I don't think that's ever actually even seen. Oh. Oh, wait, yeah, okay. Do I want this to be... Trying to figure out what exactly I want for this. I think slightly in like this will be fine. Like, and also, do I like that? I think... sort of? Maybe like here. Let's also have this, have a little bit more going on. So it'll be like, probably like... that seems okay. Okay. So now I'm gonna, UV editor. Okay, so there's a few things that are like messed up still. Oh, I see. Maybe. What is this? Oh, I get it. That was because this part. So I'm going to also clear this seam here. Actually, do I need this part in here? I'll keep it there. Okay. Now it is almost better. Oh, wait. Oops, whoops. Okay. Now it's actually unwrapping pretty well. And the rest of this stuff is just going to be, metal. And then let's also get this. That also looks pretty good. And then these two... Well, maybe these will have some sort of metal-like material eventually. I mean, these... Yeah, I'll make a distinct texture for this. So let's do, like... Do I want this like this? That's fine. I mean, I guess I could do like this. Yeah, good enough. So I'll need a distinct texture for this. Or maybe I'll probably just merge it. Well, if I did... What does it look like if I unwrap all of these together? I mean... Alright, let's take all of these and just scale them down a little bit, because I know that Blender loves packing the UV islands as close as possible. To the point where they just, like, overlap. So how do we, like... Here we go. There we go. Hmm. Alright, these were all supposed to be UV wrapped to the same island. I'll figure that out later. So now I need to kind of figure out how to pack these properly. Well, I guess what I should do first. I'm pretty sure all these wheel bits are just going to be, like, the same thing. Or they might as well be, because it's either the exterior or the interior. And I don't care what the interior looks like, so it can look the same. And then 2 of these, so these triangles... Okay, I see. This is the taillight, headlight, triangle, like, inner spoke thing. So these can just be that. Oh, now we need to do the whole song and dance again. Select that. Oh, that wasn't that bad. I think what I'm going to do for these is just scale them up. Okay, also the tires, wherever the tires are, will be the same. So I think they're just these rectangles. I think they're these two. Let's make sure. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't be doing so much of this UV mapping now, but oh well. I'll do it now. I have a great idea. Okay. So now, that gives us plenty more space. So I just need to figure out which parts are actually important and which parts aren't. Like this part, sort of most of the surface area, so I'm kind of gonna give it more. And let's hope with enough tries I can press G without pressing H by accident. What did I put? Hang on. My brain apparently did not notice that there's a bunch of stuff here. There we go. Hmm. Beautiful. Now we have a full texture for all these beautiful things. So let's do export. And I think what I'll do for now is just basic colors, as is typical. Take your time, Krita. Okay. So I'm thinking probably just... There'll probably be some dusty yellow by default, and then for now, I have a super high quality idea. Check this out. And then I think this, let's do like a gray with this. And then a dark red for this one. Wait, these are the axle, aren't they? That shouldn't be in here. I'll just assign it to this material. I won't bother with anything fancy, though. Okay, and so the last of these, The Last of Us, the video game. For now, it'll just be... I think these two bits. What did I do? Actually, let's not have these in here. Oh yeah, the dashboard as well is I think this one. I guess I'll make that a darker gray. Oh yeah, and I'll need the... I should have gotten the controls in here as well. I mean, I guess I still could. Yeah, I should probably make the controls as well in here. So these will be... Right, so let's do hmm. All right. Let's do actually, I have a great idea. Okay, so let's do there's a bunch of like weird thing. What is this thing? Oh, that's the handle of the control thing. Okay. I wonder if I could get like better UV unwrapping. Oh well, I don't care that much. Let's just do individual origins, scale them down a little bit. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay, so now we can do texture paint. So yeah, to hell with this thing. Probably 512, but let's do 1024. It's easy to shrink it down if I want to. You know, if I hit my very, stringent texture budget. So I'm thinking this is going to be in probably projects, GLB, environment vehicles. Wait, what the heck am I doing? Let's get the parts that I know are going to be like yellow, or at least yellowish. Let's do like... There we go. So this needs forklift material. What should this be? I'm guessing I'm gonna make this, this, and this are all just gonna be the gunmetal gray. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, let's also make this the appropriate like shade of gray here, so it'll be like that. Oh wait, this thing. Okay, I did not realize that I janked this. Oh well. Alright, now I need these. Okay. Let's do... I'll have like a standard metal color. That'll be for these. And these. And this will be for like the controls metal, so it'll be a different shade. And also, so if these are pedals, I'll do like a very subtle, like, with the mouse, very high quality stuff. In the final version, that'll look good. Oh, they're right here. Okay. Oh, they're just in completely different places all over the place. Okay, that's good. I was hoping that was the case. Let's do darker for here. Oh wait, I don't need to keep, like, going back and forth. I can just do tab. Let's do, like, a blue of a similar hue to this one. Or maybe darker. There we go. And let's do... So this will be like... I don't know what this will be. Little lines here. Little, like, key thing here. And also, this is going to be slightly yellowed. There we go. Let's see. Perfect. And then I'll do my typical thing of just putting a little bit of noise over it. But I think I should probably save this as a proper Krita image. Let's see, I'm getting it over here. Vehicles. There we go, forklift. Let's save this. All right, I think that's about right. For the noise and then filter. Let's lower the saturation of this a little bit. About there. And this will be a great, like, temporary. Oop. All right, so let's do open. So now there should be, yep, there's a little bit of noise. Oh, I didn't get the tires. Wait, this will be tricky. Wait, no, it won't be. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do oh, wait, no, I actually do need this. So let's do yeah, I've set myself up poorly. I want this to be a little bit darker. Oh, wait. There we go. I'm so inconsistent with where I put these things. Okay, now what I can do... put this on, put this over it. That didn't work because this isn't saved. Forklift, this one. Okay, so we're gonna have to actually save this, I think, as something else. So let's save it as in the assets. So it'll basically be, I can load it from the assets folder. That'll always be the right path, hopefully. Because now if I do load or reload, it should be fine. And this should be fine. Because now I can paint on this one to get like the raw colors. And then do the fine details in Krita and like load this in every time I change it. So that way it only changes the underlayer. And then what I can do now, forklifts, controls, and the forks. Nope. Oh, it's because it needs to be reloaded. There we go. And are these? I guess these are the right materials. I think I just have to... Yeah, I think those are correct. Oh, I didn't get the seat as well. But okay, we're gonna get the triplanar. And we'll get our generic metal material in here. See, and this is about... This needs to actually be like... No, 2. I'm trying to get the noise to be relatively the same density, so that way it's not, like, noticeable or distracting. Okay, that seems about right. And I think that's actually... This is the only mesh that needs this, because the rest of these use... Yeah. Because these all use this material for the forklift. I guess let's see it in action, and I'll get the seat painted. They're cute little things. They're not bad. Little funky little guys. The, Oh, the texture seams, though. Those are pretty nasty. I have a good idea. So I'm pretty sure everywhere that is not... I'm pretty sure everywhere that's black can actually be yellow. So if I just do, like... that. Oh. Okay. And now there is sort of this issue of the seams are now yellow between different islands of UVs, but that's not as bad looking as the black was. Alright, let's also export this as the other forklift PNG. Oh, right, up here. So what do I want this texture to be? Well, now that I think about it, I don't care that much. Also, it's kind of a dumb idea to have it be the exact same shade of yellow. Because now I can't tell where the islands begin. Well, I can just export the UV layout if I need to. Let's just get these as, like, I'm gonna say, like, a sort of red color. And we can already see the beautiful UV seams there. So what if we made it just, trying to think, how do we make it go, like, over that bleed? Let's do, like, 3 pixels, maybe. Really going crazy with this. Probably good enough. Eventually I can go back in and probably, like, change the color of the bleed depending on which things are close by. Because I can just go back in and redo these islands. We need, oh, wait, no. So is there... Oh, yeah. Okay, now there's a difference. Let me do that. Then we can export to our project vehicles. And what I'll say for now is just... let's just put it in the to-do list to improve the textures on this thing. So that's going to be visuals, and then it's going to be like better textures. And this, honestly, I'm gonna put it as could ship. Well, basically everything needs better textures, but let's just start with the forklift. Did I change any of these things? Oh, right. This is because I did a bunch of stuff here. So let's do git commit. Or like git add environment chunks. And then, oh. I didn't add... Oh, I did add environment slash vehicles. Whoops. Oh well. The main thing, as long as we remember that the textures are very ugly. And let's just keep this at crit chip for now, because I'll keep a note of the other... Because the other story-relevant thing is a little lifting machine. That I actually don't know how to make yet, but that's okay. Okay. I forgot to save, but that's okay. I don't actually need to go up to it and look at it, but I guess I just like seeing it in the game. Because, I mean, look at it. It's a cute little dangle thing. It's like an approximation of a thing that you would see in a video game. And now I can have, like, fake screenshots of the character driving the forklift, even though she can't drive it. Okay. So now we need a large lifting machine, and I don't know how to do that. So let's do like steel lifter. I don't know what it would be. Foundry crane. Claw. No, that's not what I need. Claw vehicle. I mean, basically whatever this is, but bigger. Construction claw? I mean, I know a backhoe is the... Well, I guess it's just called a backhoe. So I need something that has basically just a, like, arm. Or like a claw instead of just the backhoe. But I don't have the, like, I'm not a construction worker, so I don't know the actual words for what I want. This is getting closer. I don't know what these are. Material handler. Okay. Now we're in the ballpark of what I'm looking for. Because this is also like... Yeah, because I need something that's like used for lifting scrap metal. Because, you know, it's a foundry. Oh, okay. And this is... I wonder if this... So I could do... If one of these could have like a more like robust grabbing thing rather than just the forklift. Alright, let's take a risk and allow, Okay, so these are called load-alls. Telehandlers. All right, we're getting what I'm looking for. So okay, these are structurally kind of similar to forklifts. Let's get created in here. So this one will be more complicated since it's not symmetrical. I guess I can do the like base frame as symmetrical and the wheels and stuff. But okay, let's get created in here. Alright, so the basic anatomy of a telehandler. From the top, we'll have some big old wheels. Then... I guess they're not super... the body isn't very long proportionally. So I'll say it'd be like this. And the wheels tend to extend pretty far. So like there's not much like stuff going on up here. Which makes complete sense because you would want most of the weight in the back. Presumably. Oh, they also have little hydraulic like things. Like they have little hydraulic feet that can come out. And that also makes sense. So that you get even more like so that it just doesn't tip over. Okay, and then you got this big thing here. And then you got your little extendo thing. And you've got your lifter centered on this thing. And then like the person here. Alright, so let's see again from another angle. This will be really ambitious because I'm going to try to make it in perspective. Already going badly. Yeah, because this thing does not actually go this high. It goes like to like here. Let's see, how do I want this to like look? I guess it actually kind of does look like this. Like, as the cockpit's here, and then when this is down, you know, there's this very large, like, probably where hydraulics are kept. I assume they're hydraulic. And you got your big old dang old thing. And your big wheels over here. Let's see, and I think for this one, I actually need the lifter to be properly designed. I guess not, I guess, because I'm thinking if I would need it rigged, but I don't need it rigged. I just need it to be, probably, these will each be like kinematic, these will be kinematic bodies, and you can lift it up and move it around. And you'll be able to like, probably have something in here, like just a little door. It'll probably just be like an open cabin. This is very low to the ground as well. A lot of them are much higher. Okay, so let's try making the actual, like, side view from this angle. So we need probably about this much. Well, no, they actually tend to have pretty high clearance. Probably like, I don't know, shocks or whatever, or however vehicles work. Because it seems like the clearance is actually about here at like the axle. And then if I put this up, so like, and these vehicles tend to have the wheels like outside of the body or separate from the body, so maybe no wheel wells. Nah, I'll keep the wheel wells because those are like consistent with the other thing. I'll make them, or a little like hat for the wheels maybe, just to keep the person from like accidentally getting crushed by it. It'll look better in the model, don't worry. kind of want it to be like fancy and swooping. But I think that wouldn't make much sense for like an industrial vehicle, but because I'm looking at one specific model that's interesting because the cabin is up quite high. That's actually pretty far forward as well, though. So how tall? So this is going to be the entire cabin in here, I think. Maybe this looks a little bit excessive. So I'm thinking, because I'm guessing this would sit down like this. That's not right. Should probably make the tires at least somewhat symmetrical. Or maybe I should just go into Blender. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some cubes in Blender. See how they look. Okay, let's get all my crap back over to this side. I didn't get all the crap yet. There we go. What am I looking for here? Mirroring. So this was about the right size for the cabin last time, or I guess probably like that. It was like that. Wait, I just remembered the cabin's not even going to be here. I guess I'll make this an end gun. This will be like, what, 20 maybe? What axis are we? Oh, okay. Now I get it. Okay. So I think 2 meters is probably too... Yeah, these are... So if we look at this again. These tires are probably like 1 meter in diameter, I'd say. Generally, like some of these... I mean, they can get pretty big. But I think, yeah, I think about 1 meter is where I want to be. So that is, I believe, this wide. Let's double check this with the 1 meter cube. Yeah. How wide are these things usually? Less wide. About that wide. Trying to get a trying to get a feel for how wide the base of these is. Oh, look at these dinky little ones. Oh, wow. Yeah, they have pretty wide footing. I think about probably there. I'll just estimate. Let's just add a cube for like the... This will be like faces. This will just be our like standard base. And they tend to be... So if this is the front... Is it? Yeah, this is the front. As I mentioned, they tend to have pretty high clearance. And not much in the front of them. So it's almost like just an axle. Well, I guess it varies quite a lot. See, I guess I shouldn't worry too much about what they look like, because, yeah, you can have this in the front, you can have this big old thing. You can have nothing in the front, like this one. You can have the cab down low or down, or up high, in the front, in the back. Huh. These are interesting. I wonder why you would want the cab so high. I guess for ours, the cab will be directly behind the front wheel. And then this big thing will be there. Okay, so that means we actually need, like, this extruded, don't we, then? And actually, these aren't very, like... They're almost, like, square in their, like, placement. Oh, wait, I forgot. I was going to design this... Ah, well, I'll design it as it is. Basically, I'll make it, this will come in much more. So I'm going to say this will come up pretty high. And so this is where the cab will be. This is where the apparatus for the thing will be. I guess this probably needs to be lower then, because we'll need to make it asymmetrical. Well, I can probably get away with, like, this. No, I can't. Okay. So this will be like frame, collision, parts, collision. Wait, no, this will be, I think this will just be the cab. Right, because the rest of it needs to be kinematic bodies. And for now, just make this a closed cab, because I'll check the scale of this. Sort of a... Ah, well, I'll keep this as it is. So now we're going to do lifter. And we'll rotate from, I guess, here. That seems fine enough. There we go. And then, actually, it doesn't matter too much where we put these. Because they're not going to rotate anymore. They're just going to do, like this. Because what they're going to do is extend out like that. Okay. So this will be lifter 2 and lifter 3. And then we'll have like a handle at the end. Right, actually, let's make sure that these don't like... Yeah, those look okay. And then if this comes out, that is too wide. There we go. And I should probably make this not look so stupid. So, like, there probably needs to be, like, I'm thinking something in between here to make the frame, like, make sense. Like, I'm thinking, like... this or something. And then I'll probably do the same thing, so, like, with an asymmetrical frame here. Well, I guess what I could do... do I want to apply it now? No, not really. We also need to figure out what the heck is going to go here. Yeah, this looks more like a children's toy than a serious thing. And maybe like maybe like this would be interesting. Because like I could like... oh. Let's get all these like properly encasing this thing. I'm gonna make this a little bit more symmetrical so that way I can like... there we go. And I'll just make this fill in this gap. There we go. Is this anything? Excuse me. And now we are in the Fallout soundtrack. You know, I'm beginning to question the value of putting the cab here. I have a great idea. I think I know now why they make the cab higher. Okay, and then if we put that down there... and then what on earth am I going to do with this section here? I mean, I guess I can do like a... like, I don't know what the value of that is, but, I mean... look at that. No, I can just make this, like... can do like a... It looks like a something. It's a very compact little vehicle. Yeah, very, dubious. Why is this one not? Oh, it's because I didn't hold Alt. Okay. Let's see how this, like, scales. So, was this a telehandler? Let's call it that here as well. And it doesn't really have the, like, aesthetic of the other one. Actually, I have a good idea. This should just be, like, higher. Now it's, sleek as a sports car. What do I want here? I'm thinking, like... Is this? There we go. There we go. And now it doesn't look like much. But who knows? And also, let's do like yeah, this will work. Actually, it made more sense to not have this part. Ah, well. Okay. So this now is exportable. Uh, here. I think it's... Is it the same size as this? Oh, well. Let's go to, 75. And I think they have, like, one or two of these. They're not, like, a super, like, they're not, like, millionaires over here, but they have a few of these. And I guess it'll be... It'll be active or inactive? I guess it'll be inactive. Is there, like... No, I shouldn't put these... Yeah, I shouldn't put these in here. Let's just put them under there. Oh, yeah, I made it like half as big as it was supposed to be. Okay. Wait, how does that work, though? Because the wheels look... How did I do that? How did I make it so wrong in scale? And eventually I'll even figure out how to save the game. Yeah, this is like half the size it should be. I mean, the tires, I guess... Whatever, let's just stretch it out a little bit, I guess. Alright, let's first off scale all of this stuff. Cursor to world origin. S. There we go. So let's see how that feels. This feels about correct. Did I remember to save? Hey, look, I did. This does not feel big enough. Well, I don't know. I think the cab needs to be bigger because this is not big enough for a human being to inhabit. The tires are about the right. Yeah, I think the tires are sufficiently big. So I just need to make this cab bigger. And then I'll put the lift on the front. It'll probably just be a fork. Yeah, it'll just be like one of these. And I think it doesn't actually need to... Well, I guess it might need to move. Because I basically only need to position it. I don't think I actually need it to move dynamically. Yeah, it looks okay. I think it'll look okay with the textures. Alright, so let's figure out how to make the cab bigger in here. So it just needs to be like... I mean, I guess I could just make it taller. Someday I need to actually play Fallout. Because I've played it for like a couple hours. But I haven't really gotten into it. Oh, I accidentally made a face there. There's so many buttons next to G that I keep hitting. And it's like outside of Blender's like design to allow for such things. Oh wait, I see. So the reason this is weird is because this needs to be like this, sort of. What if I make the cab actually go above the wheels? So like it sits, so like it extends a little bit above the tire itself. That could be interesting. But that'd also be, well, yeah, that could be interesting. In fact, let's just get rid of this little bit. Well, let's just get rid of... How do I want to do this? I just want this little bit here. I don't care. Okay, so a 2x2 cube. I guess this is the right size. Maybe it needs to be a little bit longer. Well, how does this... Why is this... Why is it not big enough? Oh, I know why. It's because I was doing... Because this is... If this is the inner volume, then I need to extrude outward like this. So what I'll do first is just make sure that this is actually like a correct size. Alright, let's go back to here. Save. Because I guess you don't need to be able to... Well, no, you should be able to stand in it. Jackie's like 4 foot. No, she's... Well, she's like 1.5 meters tall. So she's pretty short. Yeah, these... This is just like half... It's like half the size that it should be. I don't know how that works. Like, the scale is 1. Alright, so if we put it here... How is this still too small? How big is Jackie? Oh wait, no, it's because I made the cube 1 meter. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's supposed to be... So yeah, this is supposed to be much bigger than that. And that... Hang on. This is about, like, this is about as big as I want that to be. So let's do, like... Cursor to world origin. Make this a little bigger, make this a little lower. Then if I did, oh, wait, I know. There we go. So now let's see if this is the correct scale. To actually, like, have it in here. Oh, right. Okay, so I think... Okay, I think this is about as big as I want it to be. Maybe even smaller, to be honest. And I guess... Okay, so now there's just barely enough room to stand. That seems about right. Alright, and ledge grabbing doesn't work with this because it's scaled to more than 1. I don't know why physics and scaling are so incompatible, but yeah, that's just how it is. I'm so happy with this little thing, though. I think this thing, once it gets some... Once I do some more work on it, it'll come along okay. I did kind of prefer this look, though. Let's see if I can get something resembling that back. Hmm. I'm weighing over what I want with this part. Or how I want to attach this to the, So if we do this, and then I do this... Well, not quite that. And it did, like... There we go. What's this? Okay. And if I get just these and just delete these vertices. Okay, that seems okay. This is a funky little thing. Looks kind of neat. Then if we do, that, to mask that off. And then... There we go. Okay. Admittedly, I shouldn't worry about that too much since these don't look good yet. Oh. That explains that. Okay. So now we have this weird thing. And then I can do, like... Hmm. See, this part should probably be like, sealed off, I guess. How would I do that? I guess I would do... Oh, dissolve... What are these? I'm actually going to do the exact same thing on this side as well, because I want the door. Oh, and some very useful, inexplicable... What are these? Oh, well, that's fine. Okay. This will now do exactly what I want, which is to get this, uh, hmm. What on earth is this? Like, why is this all weird? I'll just fiddle with it until it looks good. Okay. Now we have that, and then we have this, and we have that. Beautiful. Looks completely intentional. Very nicely done. And this will probably even go up higher eventually. So now we have this weird looking thing. Why is this like... that, you know? Why is this like that? As in, why is this not a smooth face, even though this is clearly meant to be smooth? Now it's smooth. There we go. There we go. Mark seam, mark sharp. Oh wait, this should be there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. And soon I'll even get this looking good. These tires are so big that it'll be like necessary to do like this. Actually, how will these attach? Not exactly like good looking, but this will be okay. Okay. And it has this weird little like Model A looking cab. I should have made sure this had the right scale before I did all this. Oh well. Wow, this time is really going fast. And actually, the cab is too big. Let's see, what if I scale it down by like 90%? Because I'm thinking now, I don't need, you don't need to stand in this thing. Like that was sort of like an unnecessary addition to it. Yeah, let's bring it back down to like I'm probably just going to keep scaling it down and down and down by 0.9 every time. Until it looks not... Well, now it's basically impossible to actually, like, get in the damn thing. Yeah, I'll say that's good enough. It's a dumpy little thing. I think this will be neat. And I already know the thumbnail for this VOD gonna be us driving a forklift. False advertising is the best advertising. Because you don't even have to make good on promises. You just promise whatever you want. Okay, but it's like 9:40 p.m. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to call that a day for now. So we're going to need to continue with the textures for that. And I'll just write here before, like, without even bothering to check. Telehandler. Or without even bothering, like, before we've even done the textures, like the preliminary textures, I know I'm going to need to make better versions later. I like this little bug-eyed one. And this is okay. Like, it's not, I'm not in love with it like this little guy. It's just a funny little looking thing. I think just the wheels sticking out makes it look much funnier. And just goofier. And that's what you can really ask for with, you know, a forklift. And, made forklift and telehandler. Technically, the forklift was committed before, but that's fine. So yeah, made forklift and telehandler. And I learned all sorts of new things. I learned that the vehicle that handles materials in a construction site is called a material handler. And I learned that one that handles things from far away is a telehandler. Very cool, very creative. And next up, I'd like to also do some huts later. That'll be fun. In fact, I'll put that in here. So, like, new huts. Base. So, like, Bashar. Because basically what I want is for good reduce the intricacies of climbing. Stamina based on slopes. Jumping and climbing. Other things. Because I had an idea for sort of a that shape. Just sort of a slight, like, conic section, basically. Okay. That looks good. I'll be back tomorrow and then Sunday. And I think it'll just be a whole, like, modeling weekend, a modeling extravaganza to get us off on an interesting foot, since I don't do enough visuals, quite frankly. But anyway, hang on. While we're here, let's take the Christmas decorations down. Good enough. See you later.